Hi, I'm Beverly Andre.
And I'm Dr. Joy Harden Bradford. In Never Have I Ever, Davy has been through some trauma. Her dad has died, her mom wants her to move to India, and she's dealing with teenage hormones, relationships, friendships, and school pressures.
Luckily for Davy, she also has Dr. Ryan, her therapist guiding her through all the turbulence.
With everything going on with Davy, we're gonna check in on some of her therapy sessions and let you know what a real therapist really thinks.
In this scene from season 2, Davy talks to Dr. Ryan. After Ben confronts her about the rumor Davy helped spread about her classmate, Anissa.
So then he just burst into my house and bitched me out in front of my entire family, including my old-ass grandma.
Well, what you did was pretty messed up.
What? You're gonna dunk on me too? You're supposed to be on my side, Doc.
I am on your side, but that means being honest with you and dunking on you when it's appropriate.
It's important to be able to define what on your side looks like, meaning I am rooting for you, I am on your side to be your best version, but on your side does not mean I'm not gonna call you out when you're wrong.
I think Dr. Ryan was spot on when she told Davy that she is there to tell the truth. This is the first time we see Dr. Ryan in season 1 after Davy is able to walk again.
Listen, I think I've got something that could really help you.
Paxil, Lexapro, Xanax, Zoloft? I'll try anything.
Whoa, knock it off, wannabe pill popper. It's a grief journal.
And so it's really effective to kind of write everything down because then you're able to see the patterns and the connections between your thoughts. And sometimes it feels really good to just get your thoughts out, not think about rhyme or reason, or feel like you have to justify how you're feeling to someone else.
Sometimes the pain we feel is too hard to say out loud. This way, you don't actually have to say it.
I think journaling can be a great way to give yourself a place to put all of that down. And especially with grief, I think a lot of complicated things can come up. And so I could see how this could be really helpful.
And if this doesn't work, you could always prescribe me some Klonopin.
Girl, bye.
In this clip, Dr. Ryan attempts to coach Davy through her anger about her new friend Anissa flirting with her ex, Ben.
Then she did a crazy Beyonce hair flip, and she didn't even shower him with dandruff.
Davy, you're holding that pen like a knife again.
Body language reveals a lot in a session. If you are really paying attention to your client and you see that they carry stress in their neck or their shoulders or their hands are like balls up, a lot of times we will respond physically before we say anything.
When you feel that surge of anger coming up, stop. Take a deep breath and listen to some soothing music or anything that'll bring you peace.
I think weed would be more effective.
No.
Fine.
So I typically will encourage clients to build what I call a coping kit, where they have something like they have like a playlist already made, or maybe they have some Play-Doh that they can use to kind of, manipulate in their hands, or a scent that they really enjoy, like lavender or your favorite perfume or something, so that all of those things bring you into the moment and it de-escalates and takes the intensity out of that experience you're feeling.
Right. In this scene from the final episode of season 2, spoiler alert, Davy talks to Dr. Ryan after her mom catches her spying on her during a date.
Davy, tell me what's upsetting you.
Dr. Ryan, do you think I'm crazy?
Of course not.
I think I might be. Everyone at school calls me Crazy Davy. And now my mom thinks I am after I stalked her because I was paranoid she was dating her work friend and climbing onto that man's roof and spying on them through the skylights. And then falling into his hot tub with my clothes on.
That's a lot. But you're not crazy. You're just hurting, and you might even be a little depressed. And that's okay, because I can help you through it. You had a big loss, and the hurt that comes from that can come out in surprising ways.
Normalizing that.
Beautiful.
Like my paralysis?
Exactly.
Yes.
I know.
That mind-body
I
connection.
didn't want to talk about it before. But why did that happen? If I'm not crazy.
This breakthrough was achievable because they have a foundation of trust. You cannot be vulnerable with someone that you do not trust, right? So in order for you to have a breakthrough, you need to be able to talk about what you're trying to break through.
Davy, you feel a lot, which means sometimes you're gonna hurt a lot. But It also means that you're gonna live a life that is emotionally rich and really beautiful.
Thanks, Dr. Ryan.
Hands down, that was my favorite scene. Like I was like, okay. Like it really got me because you saw the care and how Dr. Ryan was able to slow down.
If Davy didn't feel comfortable with Dr. Ryan, she might have continued to avoid answering the question. She might not have felt comfortable to let her know that she was stalking her mom on this date, right? And so I think that is just an illustration of her feeling comfortable in that space and knowing that Dr. Ryan will take care of her in her most vulnerable state.
So she gave her the education. She showed her, she communicated care. She normalized where she was in that process, and then she just let her speak.
This scene is also just a beautiful illustration of how when therapy feels safe, you feel comfortable being vulnerable.
It's really nice being able to see a realistic depiction of a client-therapist relationship.
I agree.